Yeah, this isn't me defending the media at all, because the media's got to be accountable, and Tom lost his job for 12 months for all of that, so he was held to account for that, and Clayton essentially has been held to account for the way that he's carried himself, to the point where his club sacked him, like a club great, pretty much pulled him in, and sounds dramatic, but told him to pack his bag, shipped him off for a third-round pick, and are paying half of his contract. So for him to go down this path is one that he's not going to win. I think he's incredibly stupid to do this, because he's just not going to win a war against the media. He won't. They're always going to have the last say. So whilst the Giants feel like we've got a player that can be a good player for us, and we got him cheaply, and there's no risk, this is not without risk, and this is a big risk. So if I'm Adam Kingsley, if I'm Dave Matthews, if I'm Jason McCartney, I'm going, oh, don't like this, because once you begin to become a distraction for your teammates, and you make it about yourself, and you put yourself out there, and you put yourself in the headlines again, then it's a form of selfishness where you're putting yourself above the team. Now, this is just a bit of a warning for the Giants that they're going to have to rein this guy in. It's I think it's highly embarrassing for him to
middle
go
of the
down
off
this path.
middle of the off season. So I would say if he's doing this in the middle of April, I'd be worried. Just taking pot shots ever in the middle of the season. It's the off season. It's been a pretty stressful time, I'm sure, for Clayton Oliver. He was dealt a curveball he hadn't anticipated, hadn't expected. His world's been turned upside down, and there's been commentary around him and his character and all that sort of stuff. But it's the middle of the off season. I give him a little bit of grace. If he's doing it again at the start of the season, then I think he's entitled to a little vent.
If you've just been sacked by your club and you've been shipped out the door, I think there's a bit more head down, bum up type stuff that would be at the front of my focus. All right, let's get super fit. Let's let my footy do the talking. Let's play angry, and let's respond in that way. He's just not going to win this. I just think, once again, it's naive, it's stupid, and it's a war that he's not going to win. Like, he's taking on Mitch, he's taking on Tom. They'll be the next one. I said the exact same thing about Jack Steele. It's factual. Like, he can essentially replace Clayton on field. And if you compare their numbers of the last couple of years, Steele and Oliver might have had 5 or 6 more possessions, but defensively, Jack Steele's a better proposition. And in the locker room, and if you read the article in the Herald Sun over the weekend about Melbourne and the dramatic changes that they've made and the acquisition of Steele and the role that they want to play, him to play in and amongst the leadership space, he's a better character. He will not be a distraction one bit. He'll be additive to the culture of the Melbourne Footy Club where Clayton wasn't. So, I don't know whether the Giants just have a quiet word to him, whether they did fully their due diligence around him off the field and the potential for him to be a distraction. But if I'm Toby Green, I'm going, mate, what are you doing? You haven't even played a game for us yet. And the discussion is